On my recent trip to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, we did a bit of hiking with my family. The best hiking spot we found was Clingsmans Dome. This is in the Great Smokey Mountains National Park, and it's the highest point in Tennessee. The Great Smokey Mountains are known as the Mountains of Refuge and Healing. Clingsmans Dome is a sacred mountain to the Cherokees, where the magic lake was once seen. The Great Spirit told the Cherokees that if they love me, if they love all their brothers and sisters, and if they love the animals of the earth, then when they grow old and sick, they can come to the magic lake and be made well again. For Cherokees, these mountains have meant a refuge, homeland, and a mythical and spiritual foundation for their people. During the Indian removal period of the 1800s, known as the Trail of Tears, the mountains meant safety from pursuing soldiers. Today, these slopes provide a refuge and offer inspiration for visitors from a hectic modern society. Even back in 1898, naturalist John Muir said thousands of tired, nerve-shaken, over-civilized people are beginning to find that going to the mountains is going home. We first attempted to come to Clingsmans Dome at about 5 o'clock one evening, but it was super cloudy and we weren't able to see anything. People who came down from the dome said they couldn't see a thing. On clear days, you can usually see up to 100 miles in distance, and so we decided to come back a second day. Even though we couldn't see anything the first day, there are some really fun rocks that my kids played on, and it was still a really enjoyable time. My son wanted to eat clouds, and it was a perfect time because it was so cloudy.
Yeah, eat the cloud. Come on, eat the cloud. Enjoy it. We drove all the way up here. Now eat the cloud.
And it was just a really nice environment and feeling, even though that first night we could not go up to see the dome. When we made it back a few days later, it was clear and awesome. This is the parking lot area before you head to the dome, and I do think you could see probably for 100 miles. The rocks were a big hit again before we made our half-mile hike up to Clingsmans Dome. Hi, girls.
That part climbing up that rock right there is easy.
Look,
I think that was used in something.
What was?
That was. Look, it's coming.
Yeah, that is cool.
Is she okay?
Yep.
Man,
Good job, Addison.
Tough.
You're tough. Pets and bicycles are not permitted on the paved path to the observation tower, but it is paved and pretty steep. So I did see a couple people doing scooters up there, but it was really strenuous for being just a half of a mile. So prepare for that and just take a lot of breaks. We took quite a few breaks and stopped at spots in the woods. There were some amazing areas in the woods. Outside of the paved area, there's a lot of real hiking trails, but here I wanted to show this amazing rock. It had trees growing on top of it with the roots surrounding the rock, and I just thought this was super neat. It was worth taking the time to just venture off the paved trail just a little bit before you get to Clingsman Point for fun adventures. It is pretty nice that the trail to Observation Tower is paved, but it's super strenuous, like I said before, so just take your time and enjoy it. When you finally make it to the observation tower, this is what it looks like. It's pretty cool. You wind up this walkway that circles around the dome. It doesn't take very long to get through this walkway, but it does look pretty neat, like kind of like a highway, but for walking. So this was really enjoyable. This was one of my favorite parts, walking up here. I was trying to beat my son, who's 13.
Yeah.
And so you'll see what it looks like when we get to the top. So when you finally do get to the top, this is what you see. A 13-year-old boy who doesn't want to be on camera and beat his mom to the top of the tower because he's not 42. But best of all are these amazing views. Let's check this out. There are really amazing signs that tell you what's in front of you in each direction. Like this northern view is towards Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. It's a little bit cloudy, but mostly clear. I felt like I could see for quite a ways. This southern view is probably the most cloudy out of any direction. And that side I couldn't see very well, but the other three areas were pretty open. This western view shows the North Carolina and Tennessee border.
So we're over here. I'm in North Carolina. But I'm standing over there.
So that is Clingsmans Dome. There's also a ton of trails right off of this area, especially in the parking lot area. The Appalachian Trail runs right through here, and also the Mountain to Sea Trail, which is also another huge long trail in the United States. But there were shorter ones, and I will say I was super impressed. We did one of the smaller trails before we left. This is the Forney Ridge Trail, and I have to say it is amazingly groomed. I used to live in Colorado, and the landscape here is totally different, but the trails are amazing in Tennessee. I was super impressed with how nicely groomed they were. It made it easy for the kids and super enjoyable. I highly suggest trying out these trails. Have you ever been to the Great Smokey Mountains? Leave a comment below and let us know what your favorite thing to do in the area is, and if you found an amazing trail there too. Until next time, bye.